It's okay.
Okay. So we're going to look over a four-leaf clover today in this episode of Samadhi Game. We are going to record this as a session of Samadhi Game of doing enlightenment with squares process. And we've already charted out for us this desire for and fear of suspicion and the desire and the fear of trust. And we've filled in all of the sub-frequencies of these squares. Once we filled in all the sub-frequencies of the squares, we found a quality that would bring reconciliation to both suspicion and trust. And that was love. We put it in the middle of the squares, and we drew this spiral out around it, allowing this love to observe with neutral witness every aspect of this square process. And now that we have the three qualities, suspicion, trust, and love, we're going to plug it into the matrix of Samadhi Game enlightenment with squares process. This four-leaf clover has given us the three words, suspicion, trust, and love. And we're going to use those words to plug into these mantras. So come on, let's go. Okay. O presence of the shining void, eternity, Himalaya and mighty victory that I am. And as I've been saying every day this week, when you find those words in gold, those are words that you can change to put in words of masters that would be enlightening to you, someone who has inspired you, cosmic beings that you might know or have an affinity for. These are your words. And the reason that we're going to start calling upon these beings in this section of the book is because when we deal with the dual human ego, we're dealing with something that's a little bit scary. It's a little bit difficult. And sometimes it's nice to have a guardian near us, someone helping us through the hard time, the hard place. So we can call to angels and archangels and masters and beings of light. We can call to Jesus. We can call to Gautama Buddha, to Allah. We call to them all. And so let's go on and go ahead and go ahead and start all over, and let's just do this paragraph again.
Yes.
Okay. O presence of the shining void, eternity, Himalaya and mighty victory that I am. I hereby recognize the issue of suspicion as one pole of the dual human ego that is presently up for my understanding and transmutation, and I choose to process this suspicion along with its opposite pole of duality, trust, by witnessing this wheel of karma and all the sub-frequencies I have chosen of attraction and repulsion that have brought it into my existence, from the place of neutrality and reconciliation that I identify as love. Take from me every state of mind, emotion, and outer experience, manifesting as all possible patterns of the dual human ego consciousness, including the desire for and the fear of suspicion. That's one pole.
Yep.
And the desire for and the fear of its opposite trust. And then we go on. And now you'll see here, this is all sort of a description of what we're doing. So if you'd like to come back and do this process and get the understanding of it from the book, it's right there. Mm-hmm. Continuing on. Clear and reconcile all the varied frequencies of fear and desire, making up the specific square pattern of dual human ego consciousness, finding that balanced and ascended quality of perfect samadhi, including love, that I may see more clearly and find my way home more easily. In great gratitude I give thanks, knowing that it is done. Transmute and bring forth out of every dual human ego condition in my experience that miracle, joy, mastery, victory, and love. I claim that samadhi of conscious balance, awareness, attainment, perfection, and love as the only governing presence in my mind, my body, my feeling world, and every particle of my spiritual, sexual, social, recreational, romantic, personal, family, domicile, dietary, health, medical, career, financial, business, political, and legal affairs, and the affairs of every person seeking enlightenment throughout America and the world. No matter what my outer circumstance, this perfect state of Samadhi is my love. And there is my attention, my allegiance, as the joyous I am Samadhi of love. I hold all these conditions of dual human ego consciousness, including the fear and the desire of suspicion and trust, purified, beautified, reconciled, and free from the wheel of karma, that the full glory of love may pour forth and bless all mankind with whom I come in contact. Especially name your loved ones and enemies. Now here, we have a tendency to sort of leave our enemies out of the naming, but name your enemies. Let them also be blessed by the love that you know. Yeah. We'll leave space for you to name them, and we'll think ours. Mm-hmm. And then continuing on. As the neutral witness, the Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Son, conscious awareness, that I am, I awaken to, take responsibility for, recognize dispassionately, and enjoy all phases of the wheel of karma within the world of my immediate self and its reflection in others. I discipline myself to love, ineffable love. So I'm just going to come back here for a moment. I want to thank you for engaging and entering into this walk with the dual human ego. It's not an easy thing to do, to look at and to chart out. But I want to thank everyone that's joining us on this, because this is one of the more difficult days. It's not as blissful as just going in and affirming our divine identity. Although we will be doing that. We'll be affirming our divine identity and affirming this awareness of the dual human ego at the same time. So we're not just innocents before the throne of God, but mature sons and daughters of God with a full understanding of all of creation, including the dual human ego. It's an amazing thing.
It's a great tool.
And again, one of the reasons in this chapter, I've posted a mantra to an archangel, Archangel Michael, because I really feel as though once we enter into this fray of the dual human ego, we need to have the strong presence of a heavenly master to guide us, to overshadow us, to protect us. And so let's call upon Archangel Michael. And again, this name in this mantra, Archangel Michael, it's written in gold. So if you have an archangel or a being of light that you would rather see or say, you can name your name. But for the sake of being in resonance together, let's say the name Archangel Michael. And let's go on and call him into us. Call for his presence to be around us and to protect us. Come on. As Archangel Michael and Archie Faith, and the all-powerful mighty I am Samadhi, that I am. Let me just get over here. I am the active power and supreme authority of Samadhi in my world. I am the context, the Samadhi that is decisive. I release the blue lightning of 10,000 suns now. I sweep into all astral and psychic opposition and human conditions of duality in my world, including the fear and the desire of suspicion and trust. And I dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile them right now in love. I take command of all appearances of imperfection and unreality in my world. I blaze the full power of Samadhi of rainbow lightning in, through, and around all seeming obstacles and opposition to the instantaneous manifestation of each and every inner and outer intention, meditation, prayer, rosary, puja, bhajan, mantra, fiat, and affirmation I shall make today in absolute truth, the Dharma. We'll go ahead and go on and just go straight into this garments of immortality mantra. Again, this is accentuating this call for divine beings into our life. And you'll see there written some names that have been very meaningful to me and in many cases are meaningful to many people, so I've left them into this book. But you'll see also the names of people that I have put into only initials. And we're not going to say those because those are my personal names that I call out when I'm reading this alone. But I have left them there so that you could see them, that I have done this. You can do it too. You can change those initials to beings that may even still be an embodiment down the street from you someplace, people that have affected your life very dramatically, and you want to acknowledge them as being beneficial and meaningful to you. So let's go ahead and go on and say this mantra together, and say these names as we do. Come on. O discriminating I am Samadhi that I am, as I am in concert with the ascended Claire-de-Lys, Lanello, Sir Lafalat and Yogananda, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Hans Baba. I invoke the presence of, and then Archangel Michael in faith, Elohim, Hercules in purity, Sanatka, El Moria, the goddess of light. I manifest the full gathered momentum of the new blue lightning of holy will, the cosmic circle and sword of Kali and Astrea, the diamond sword Excalibur, and the regalia of Archangel Michael, the lords of karma, the lords of the 9 planets, the Navagrahas, and legions of the elegant one and central sun. I go forth with almighty protection, divine intercession and direction. I am the answer to these, my inner intentions and outer calls. O majestic Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Sun-conscious, neutral witness awareness, that I am. Adorn me with garments of immortality, the luster of reality, be it my decree. This, the hour of the victory, manifesting as love, the love light of wisdom and power, or its impostors are the fears and the desires of suspicion and trust. Jupiter's helmet and shield of faith to winged sandals of Mercury, Saturn's sacred spear of transfiguration, Mars' flaming sword of discrimination, Venusian angels' benefaction, around me purposes purity, sun's solar armor bright, reconciling lunar duality, I am impeccability tight. Intentions stream in banners, triumphs trumpets play. Forward, mighty legions of light, into the karmic axis of hungry ghosts, headless shadows fray. Engage the field of transmutation, magnify I am reconciliation, ere the dual human ego mastered, victory's unity, enlightenment, ruling the day. Hey, hey.
Very good one.
Yeah. You know, I just want to underscore for those that may be joining us for the first time, that we're saying these words and we're setting a matrix, we're setting a pattern. And normally we get up, we have our breakfast, and you run out the door, and we don't really set any patterns except maybe to appreciate maybe the sunrise. It's good to do that. But to set a conscious pattern, a mandala, a mantra of goodness. Now, you do something like that every morning.
Every day.
Every day. What do you do?
The day, like Thankful Thursday. Today is Thoughtfully Thankful Thursday.
Thoughtfully thankful, okay, because we're thoughtfully thinking of the dual human ego. Thankfulness. Yes. And we're looking at the dual human ego, too.
Yes.
So to set a mantra like this, to have something to say and set the pattern flowing, gets the juice. It's like priming the pump. Yeah. It's like priming. You have to get the water up the pump, and then it starts to flow. Yeah. You got to get it in the head, and then it starts, and then out it comes. So this is like priming the pump by doing these mantras, and then as we go about our daily chores and activities and service, it just like everything flows better. Mm-hmm. And when that dual human ego of suspicion and trust comes up, we've already figured out how to handle it. And how do we handle it? Love. Mm-hmm. Always love. Love is really, the key.
It is.
So let's go on and give another mantra. And this is all in the section of transmutation, of alchemical transmutation. Hungry Ghost, Headless Shadow. And this is a mantra now. This is a rhythmic mantra. Let me just come back for a second and talk a little bit about rhythmic mantras. Pretty much the first section of the book is an affirmative mantra, each mantra leading and building upon the foundation of the one preceding it. There wasn't too much rhythm in that section. In this particular mantra, we're going to try to find a rhythm to our words, a tone to our words, so that it it's almost like a bhajan or a chant or an Indian dance at a powwow. So you can think of it like that as well.
Okay.
Except this is in English, and it's easy to understand, and it's also to a deity that's pretty well recognized in Western culture. So, and I wanted people in Western culture to be familiar and be at ease when they gave this. So let's give this mantra, and this is a mantra to the sword of blue flames, spear of white fire. And you'll see that there the name Prince Archangel Michael again is in gold. So you can change out his name if you'd like, but we're going to say his name,
okay.
Archangel Michael, today. So let's go ahead and begin. Come on. Prince Michael, Archangel and Legions of Light, I am thee, and with thee we bristle with might. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, shatter all darkness opposed to God's love. Sword of blue flame and spear of white fire, conscious intention raised higher and higher. Saint of Michael, Archangel, with all your volition, from the beginning being power's rendition. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, shatter all darkness opposed to God's love. Sword of blue flame, a spear of white fire, conscious intention raised higher and higher. Lord Michael, Archangel, your heart is too blue. I love it and hold it and go forth as you. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, shatter all darkness opposing God's love. Sword of blue flame, spear of white fire, conscious intention raised higher and higher. Prince of Michael, Archangel, and Legions of Light, I am thee, and with thee we wrestle with might. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, replacing the shadow opaquing God's love. Sword of blue flame and spear of white fire, conscious intention raised higher and higher. Saint of Michael, Archangel, with all your volition, from the beginning being power's rendition. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, replacing the shadow opaquing God's love. Sword of blue flame and spear of white fire, conscious intention raised higher and higher. Lord Michael, Archangel, your heart is too blue. I love it and hold it and go forth as you. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, replacing the shadow opaquing God's love. Sword of blue flame and spear of white fire, conscious intention raised higher and higher. Prince of Michael, Archangel, and Legions of Light, I am thee, and with thee we wrestle with might. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, protecting my light, God power, God love. Sword of blue flame, spear of white fire, conscience intention raised higher and higher. Saint Michael, Archangel, with all your volition, from the beginning being power's rendition. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, protecting my light, God power, God love. Sword of blue flame, spear of white fire, conscience intention raised higher and higher. Lord Michael, Archangel, your heart is blue. I love it and hold it and go forth as you. Blazing blue beam, I am cosmic fire, seize every appearance of human desire. Bolts of blue lightning descend from above, protecting my light, God power, God love. Sword of blue flame and spear of white fire, conscience intention raised higher and higher. And just feel, just for a moment, it's like when you're swimming, sometimes I'll go swimming in a pool, and it'll be a nice hot day, and the side of the pool will be warm. And so I'll pull myself out of the pool and pull myself onto the edge of the pool and turn over and put my face up to the sun and just lay there and feel it drenching down upon me. Yeah. And when you do that after you've been, swimming, you can feel the prana in your body going, and it feels like you're kind of dizzy. And you kind of go over backwards. You know. In a way, when you're doing a rhythmic mantra like this,
it does. It makes the tonal vibrations in the body.
The tonal vibrations and the rhythms start to etch their way deeper into consciousness. And also the rhymes that you find in this mantra help it to etch itself into your memory. So, it's a valuable mantra. It's a valuable way. The Indians knew what they were doing when they did their powwows. Yeah. They knew what they were doing when they drummed those drums and said those rhythms and intoned those tones and hollered out to Spirit to come and guide them and protect them. Archangel Michael, come and guide us and protect us. Yeah. So we're doing the same thing. There's no difference. There never has been. It's always the same one religion, the same one, and they call it in the East, Sanatam Dharma, the eternal Dharma, the eternal religion. Never changes, whether you say it in English or whether you say it in Sanskrit.
Yeah, but I love that you translated it. It's so awesome. amazing.
It makes it easier.
It's like 6,000 years old or older, huh?
Well,
4,000.
It's 4,000.
Okay.
4,000 or so. But, I'll tell you something.
It's amazing.
I didn't really translate a lot of stuff.
Okay.
This is from my meditations and from all the work that I've done through my life, how I wrote the book. It's kind of like direct.
Direct inspiration.
Direct inspiration.
I love that even more.
And I trust it even more.
Our guru.
Because no, we're all, the point of Samadhi game is that we all stand in direct connection with our own I am being.
True.
All of us.
True.
And we'll do this. You and I can sit here and radiate and read and share what we know of the truth. And then everyone else can say, I know that too.
Yeah, true.
And we can all do this together. We can all become enlightened together.
Yeah, we can set the world on fire.
And fire, yeah,
Let's
it's
do
true.
It. Come on.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's give some more. Let's give the power cry. Oh, let me just tell you about this.
Okay.
This is a very cool mantra, I have to tell you. This particular mantra, I actually dreamed. This is the dream. And I was, and you'll see it as you read it, but I'll tell you the dream first. In my dream, I was... let's see, how is it starting here? I was sleeping. I was in this hall, and there was all these people were in the hall. I mean, there was a long hallway, so it had length to it. And I was in the hallway, and all of a sudden I turned, and a man's very broken, anguished face came to me, and I cradled his head in my own arms. And as I cradled his head in my arms, I thought, oh my God. And I said, Archangel Michael. Like this. I said that in my dream. And as soon as I said Archangel Michael, everyone in the room moved to the sides in very strict order. So they all became very nice lines. Everyone was standing along the sides of the room and leaving a pathway through the middle of the room, and at the opposite side of the room was a door. And I took this man and his head in my arm, and I walked him through the middle of this room, and we opened the door at the other end of the room, and we walked out. As we stepped out of the door at the other side of the room, it was into infinite space. There was nothing there. It was empty. We stepped into the emptiness. As we stepped into the emptiness, I looked about me, and as I looked up high, I saw, as I looked left, I saw a mountain sitting in the emptiness, a mountain, just a glorious mountain with a snow peak on the top of it. And as I looked up high, I saw Archangel Michael coming with a sword in one hand, a harp in another hand, and he had boots on, just like you see in pictures, and he had beautiful wings behind him. Mm-hmm. And I said to him, I'm coming to you. He said, no, don't come to me, I'm coming to you. So, and this is how this mantra was formed. So Incredible. It was an actual dream that I had, and it was a beautiful vision of Archangel Michael. So let's go ahead and give this mantra, because it's true how this mantra reads. And just one last thing, as the people in the room found their places at the side of the room in order, when you say a divine name, all of the energies of your being begin to line up so that you have this free access through the center coil of your being, which is the Sushumna, the center core of being. So when you say of divine name, when you have that divinity ensconced within you, it lines up the energies, and you can pass through to the top and out the top, which was out like going through that door, into the infinite space of the void, the shining void, where all things have their origin, and where all cosmic beings for all time all live, including Archangel Michael. So let's go ahead and go on to the power cry. And let's say it. Come on together. Say, Archangel Michael, and all will align to I am perfection, creative design. Archangel Michael, command prana now, stand to attention, obey holy vow. Healing shocked eyes with sure, firm embrace, faith in my purpose, our hearts interlaced. Open the door to infinite space, silence, voidness, transcendent grace. Mountains, oceans, formed from within, on devotional splendor I float, sail, and swim. As I gaze high to emptiness sky, out of blue ethers I hear power cry. I come to you, my child, my son. I lift up the broken to meet thee in one. Innocent truth, eternal youth. Sword in hand, I take command. Countenance sweet, now we meet. So, if you followed along with my story, you might see how that poem comes forward. And,
yes, I do.
You know, every time I give that, I remember that dream 100%. And I'm sharing that with you so you can remember it too.
I will.
Because I really think it's a cosmic truth how we say the names and all the energies align. And how when we step finally into that place of the shining void, there is such an expansion of consciousness. And then comes the realization that all is within this shining void. It's really quite amazing. Let's go ahead and give this mantra called Let There Be Light. Come on. Let there be light with archangel sight. Let there be faith, dharma and grace. Let there be power, true freedom to shower. Let there be joy, I am will, unalloyed. And then let's give this mantra, I am the sun, sun. This is another mantra which has tremendous rhythm to it. And we're going to draw to us the attention of the sun, and we're going to pretend ourselves as being the blazing, radiating sun. So let's go. As the sun blazing, Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, sun-conscious, neutral witness awareness, that I am. I radiate, radiate, radiate with Alpha and Omega, Helios and Vesta, mighty cosmos and the great central sun magnet, the god and goddess Meru, Elohim, Apollo and Lumina, archangels Jophiel and Christine, Lord Lanto, Lord Ling, Confucius and Lao Tzu, Sanat Kumara, Gautama Buddha, Lord Maitreya, Jesus, Padmasambhava, and Kuthumi, Om Ritas, Om Ram, and the great divine director, Saint Germain and Portia, El Moria, Padre Pio, and the Rose of Light, Charity, Surya, and Cusco, Lanello, Sir Laugh-A-Lot, and K-17, Kali, the Buddha Mother, and all true messiahs. All enlightened, liberated, ascended, and cosmic beings, legions of angels and archangels, Christed ones, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Elohim, gnomes of the earth, undines of the water, sylphs of the air, salamanders of elemental fire, and lightning bolts of Akasha. Let me just come back for a moment and say...
You threw me for a loop. I just let you go. Sorry.
You know, as we said before, what we're trying to do is with this section of the book is we really want to draw to us all of the help we can get.
True.
You know,
I let you call them down. I didn't want to name their names wrong because what if it was the wrong person?
Right.
My mother-in-law would come out.
But right. So what we did, so in this section, it's all those names are in gold, so they can be changed specifically for names that you like. But if you'd like to use these names too, I know that they're very helpful names, and they're universal names that have been coming from different religions and paths that have meaning, and they have an archetypal pattern. And you can maybe do some research on them if you're curious about the names and find some archetypical patterns. Because that's what we're doing. We're drawing the archetypical pattern of each one of these into us to help strengthen that pattern within ourselves, so that when we deal with the dual human ego, we're not knocked for a loop. We have a centeredness. We're stabilized. And even though we may be dealing with really strong energies of suspicion and trust, we can have the wherewithal to stand in that neutral witness of love and see it all exactly how we need to. So let's go ahead and go on and give this mantra now and have fun with it. Okay. We'll give it like maybe 7 times. So get a mantra, get a real momentum going. I decree. Come, O sun, O golden sun, into our hearts we say, now radiate your sacred fire upon our world today. Power of the central sun, a magnet of delight, restore the dharma of the earth, a golden sun this bright. I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O life, the shining life, the fill the mind with fire. Helios and Vesta come and part pure desire. Wisdom of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the gnosis of ourself and cure in perfect sight. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O power, radiant power, solar plexus rays. Transmute the patterns of our fear and let the soul give praise. Love fire of the central sun, O magnet of delight. Restore compassion for our life and pink and golden light. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. And we'll go back and start it again. I'll get better at moving this so we don't have to stop so much. Come, O sun, a golden sun, unto our hearts we say, now radiate your sacred fire upon our world today. Power of the central sun, a magnet of delight, restore the dharma of the earth, our golden sun to sprite. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O light, the shining light, the fill and mind with fire. Helios and Vesta come and part your pure desire. Wisdom of the central sun, a magnet of delight, restore the gnosis of ourself and cure in perfect sight. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, the blazing sun of God. Come, O power, radiant power, solar plexus rays. Transmute the patterns of our fear and let the soul give praise. Love fire of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore compassion for our life and pink and golden light. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O sun, a golden sun, unto our hearts we say, now radiate your sacred fire upon our world today. Power of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the dharma of the earth, our golden sun to sprite. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O light, the shining light, the fill of mind with fire. Helios and Vesta come and part your desire. Wisdom of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the gnosis of ourself and cure in perfect sight. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O power, radiant power, solar plexus rays. Immediate patterns of our fear and let the soul give praise. Love fire of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore compassion for our life and pink and golden light. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O sun, a golden sun, unto our hearts we say, now radiate your sacred fire upon our world today. Power of the central sun, a magnet of delight.
Restore the dharma of
the earth and golden sun is right. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O light, the shining light, the fill of mind with fire. Helios and Vesta come and part your desire. Wisdom of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the gnosis of ourself and cure in perfect sight. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O power, radiant power, solar plexus rays. Transmute patterns of our fear and let the soul give praise. Love fire of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore compassion for our life and pink and golden light. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O sun, a golden sun, unto our hearts we say, now radiate your sacred fire upon our world today. Power of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the dharma of the earth, a golden sun is bright. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O love the shining light, the fill of mind with fire. Helios and Vesta come and part your desire. Wisdom of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the gnosis of ourself and cure in perfect sight. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O power, radiant power, solar plexus rays. Transmute patterns of our fear and let the soul give praise. Love fire of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore compassion for our life and pink and golden light. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod. I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God. Come, O sun, a golden sun, into our hearts we say, now radiate your sacred fire upon our world today. Power of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the dharma of the earth, a golden sun to sprite. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod.
I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God.
Come, O light, the shining light, the fill of mind with fire. Helios and Vesta come and part your desire. Wisdom of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the gnosis of ourself and cure in perfect sight. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod.
I am the sun, I am the sun, the blazing sun of God.
Come, O power, radiant power, solar plexus rays. Transmute the patterns of our fear and let the soul give praise. Love fire of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the gnosis of the sun in perfect light.
I am the sun, I am the sun.
I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod.
I am the sun, I am the sun.
Blazing sun of God. Okay, and then we'll go on. We'll keep going. I'm sorry, we missed that one there. Come, O sun, a golden sun, into our hearts we say, now radiate your sacred fire upon our world today. Power of the central sun, a magnet of delight.
Restore the dharma of the earth,
a golden sun is bright. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod.
I am the sun, I am the sun, a blazing sun of God.
Come, O light, the shining light, the fill of mind with fire. Helios and Vesta come and part your pure desire. Wisdom of the central sun, a magnet of delight. Restore the gnosis of ourself and cure in perfect sight. I am the sun, I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod.
I am the sun, a blazing son of God.
Karma, power, radiant power, solar plexus rays, transmute the patterns of our fear, and let the soul give praise. Love, fire of the central sun, a magnet of delight, restore compassion for all life in pink and golden light. I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod.
I am the sun, a blazing son of God.
I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod.
I am the sun, a blazing son of God.
I am the sun, I hold the sacred rod.
I am the sun, a blazing son of God.
I am the sun, a blazing son of God. I am the sun, a blazing son of God. And so there we are. We affirm that and we let it flow, we let it roll. And you can be creative with it. You can be creative with it as an individual. You can be creative with it when you're giving it with a group. You can be creative with it, how you say the tone, how fast you say it, how much rhythm you give it, how much intensity you give it. The main thing is to give it, to say it, and get the mantra into your bones, down into the very marrow of your bones. Let's go on and give this last mantra. I think it's the last mantra in this section. And this is not this, I am the radiant that. In the East they say neri neri tatwam masi. It's an ancient mantra that means this, not this, I am that. And it's by, this process of enlightenment with squares is what they call a jnana yoga technique. It's a way of coming to enlightenment with using the mind. Oftentimes we think we come to enlightenment just with using devotion. In Samadhi game we use it all. This is what they call a path of Raja Yoga. It's a path of taking all the disciplines and melding them together as one. And it's all in English.
Yes.
So let's go to neri neri tatwamasi, or not this, I am that. I am not all of these frequencies of the dual human ego. I am the love that resides in the middle of it. I am that, I am that, I am that. So let's go. Come on. As the holy flowing I am Samadhi, the great central sun magnet, and the Mahachohan, again in gold, you can change that word. I am the epicenter of all reality. That's quite a statement.
That's a big one. But this is the epicenter.
Love is the epicenter of all reality, and we're shifting our identity into that love, which is the epicenter of all reality.
Yeah, because it's not coming from a narcissist.
No.
No, it's the love.
It's the love. I am the wide open door of my heart into the great opulence that no man's ego can shut, supremely still, pressing forward to heal, to bless, and to prosper abundantly. I am the sparkling presence of this alert, radiant, divine Samadhi, dancing through my mind, my body, and my affairs, dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling everything unlike myself. I am a fountain of joy, washing away all seeming melancholia and nocturnal darkness with moonbeams of bliss. I am a tornado of laughter, marring the superstructures of sorrow and blowing away the gloom of ages, along with all seeming troubles of the heart. I now consciously choose universal light and joy for all time, for eternal time, and infinite space. I am master of this world.
This is great.
What I just, we have this world.
Yeah.
This world. And we have this world of the dual human ego. And we are the master of this world.
Nice.
Okay. I know you would have gotten that anyway, but I just wanted to say it,
Okay.
I am the panoramic beauty of enlightened intelligence, governing this universal substance of the whole I spirit. I send forth into my world this glorious, radiant, intelligent love, prana chi and light, with commanding intention to manifest one perfection, to draw to me the wonder, beauty, and great opulence made tangible and visible in my hands, use, and life. I am the mature and masterful stature of love and presence, smiling, speaking, commanding with purpose and authority. I am the divine architect, sculptor, and artist, designing, chiseling, and fashioning beauty and happiness on the canvas of being from the palette of life. As the great one flame of the shining void, I speak directly to my untransmuted dual human ego creation, dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of love. Dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of love. Dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of love. Let me just stop for 1 second and do something here. That should be just reconcile.
Okay. That was
just
easy.
Changed it. Yeah. So
okay.
Reconcile by the violet light of love. Now let's go on. I am shifting my identity from you, the dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled lies, ignorance, and appetites of the ego, including the formerly held fears and desires of suspicion and trust, to that reconciled identity of love. Multiply, expand, and express by the violet light of love. Multiply, expand, and express by the violet light of love. Multiply, expand, and express by the violet light of love. I am entered into that divine inheritance and presence of Samadhi. Henceforth my attention remains there, fixed upon the scintillating perfection of Samadhi, and all the outer screaming of duality is reconciled and silenced in perfect oneness. I have entered within the sacred Samadhi of the perceptible, radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. Henceforth, only that presence of Samadhi acts to recognize and accept beauty and elegance, and to recognize and transmute density and shadow. As an inundating surge of the I Am Samadhi, and with the dispassion of the neutral witness, again, I speak directly to my dual human ego creation, the formerly held fears and desires of suspicion and trust. You are dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of love. You are dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of love. You are dissolved, consumed, transmuted, and reconciled by the violet light of love. Only when necessary do I feed my life stream into you to give you the power of art and healing polarity, the reconciling of opposites. Stop all karmic agitation. Be quiet. Be calm. Now there is clarity, peace, and love. Multiply, expand, and express by the violet light of love. Multiply, expand, and express by the violet light of love. Multiply, expand, and express by the violet light of love. Surrender to the brilliant one flame that I am. I hereby accept the divine love, life, and light, purpose, plan, and power of my crystal cord that is now to neutralize the seeming of all karmic whirlpools of duality, created past, present, and future. I am the law of forgiveness and the violet compassionate flame, dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling all the karmic momentums of my dual human ego, I, my, me, mine, including the formerly held fears and desires of suspicion and trust. In love and humility, I take command of my world. Great hosts of liberated masters and great angelic hosts of light, through my neutral witness holding dominion and control of my feelings, and in joyful obedience, I bow to the divine direction of I Am Samadhi. I intend, I feel, and I see myself giving that which I am given to do. I intend, I feel, and I see myself giving that which I am given to do. I intend, I feel, and I see myself giving that which I am given to do. As the I am reality that I am, I take eternal supreme command over every precious electron passing through my crystal cord, and hold all that energy and life substance in my being and world, so charged with clear purity and holy harmony that dazzling perfection is maintained within and around me, now and forever, all informing I am truth that I am. I charge my mind, body, and feelings with that mighty directing intelligence and invincible protection. I pour forth that outpicturing of divine love and harmony so powerfully through this body that everything touching this Samadhic radiance ignites to that active, perfect, and eternal fire of enlightenment. Preparing the way before me, I hear, feel, smell, taste, and see that I am everywhere, as and is harmony, here, now, and always. I take such command of my mind, body, and feelings that only one power, intelligence, and humor acts every moment. I seize control of my emotions, visions, and actions. I seize control of my emotions, visions, and actions. I seize control of my emotions, visions, and actions. I am the grace of limitless creation within me, qualifying my life with the absolute perfection of the humorous neutral witness. I am the grace of limitless creation within me, qualifying my life with the absolute perfection of the humorous neutral witness.
I am the grace of
limitless creation within me, qualifying my life with the absolute perfection of the humorous neutral witness. With the power, the activity, and the authority of the all-seeing I am Samadhi, I speak directly to the seeming of all threatening appearances. Now here you can actually, let me take us back here to the seeming of all threatening appearances. So what do you think is happening in your lives that's threatening you? Is it maybe economic threat? Is it maybe a aggressive physical threat? Is it possibly could it be a innuendo, a threat of calumny and criticism, condemnation? What is the threat? You have to state it now. If you can state it clearly, you're putting the name of that threat, the seeming threat. You're putting it into the matrix of Samadhi game here, this matrix of love and light that we're etching and sculpting with our words and our hearts poured into those words. So go ahead and put now whatever you seem to be threatened with into this matrix, and it'll hold it like a hopper and transmute it so that it's not so threatening anymore. And now we'll continue on with this dissolve line right here. Let me just wait. I'm sorry. Let's come back here and let's come back here and say together. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of love. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of love. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the violet light of love. Relinquish your attachment. Surrender. Pay this price of admittance to my world. My world is here and now, the shadowless world of the luminous I am Samadhi, governed by, held obedient to, and one with that Samadhi. All of creation is ever bathed in it, and it is happening now. To beauty, hope, confidence, and happiness, I am celebrate. To ugliness, worry, fear, and anxiety, I am celibate.
Cool.
Now and henceforth I stand free in a superfluity of Samadhi, forever free from the limiting dual human ego and its experiences. I am the royal that. In the fullness of cosmic joy, we accept this and miracles manifest here and now, with unconditional love, wisdom, and power, anchored in the earth, air, fire, water, and akasha, and tangibly manifest in our lives and the lives of all evolutions of light throughout cosmos. And again, in the fullness of cosmic joy, we accept this and miracles manifest here and now, with unconditional love, wisdom, and power, anchored in the earth, air, fire, water, and akasha, and tangibly manifest in our lives and the lives of all evolutions of light throughout cosmos. In the fullness of cosmic joy,
we accept
this and miracles manifest here and now, with unconditional love, wisdom, and power, anchored in the earth, air, fire, water, and akasha, and tangibly manifest in our lives and the lives of all evolutions of light throughout cosmos. Yes. So what we've just done is we've just finished the entire chapter, The Hungry Ghost-Headless Shadows.
Started out scary and ended up in delightful.
Yeah,
huh?
It did.
Like free.
Yeah, it did. It really did. And that's the idea of this chapter, is to take you through the juggernaut of this dual human ego, the karma, and end you out on the other side of Samadhi.
Teach you how to get through it.
Yeah, and it gives you that matrix. So even though it's, a completely different experience when it happens real time, the fact is that you've set a matrix for it. You know how to go through it from this matrix that we've set with this particular chapter.
And this one, we have to go through it with love.
Yeah, it's love. Okay. When we come to this middle part, when we're doing the Enlightenment with Squares process, we can almost always say love.
Love, true. It is the answer to a lot of things.
Yeah, it's the answer for everything. If you've got a bad cold, why do you have it? It's a lack of love. If you've got a cancer, why do you have it?
Lack of love.
If you've got a broken bone?
Lack of love.
So love heals all.
Yes.
So if you want
it's true.
It does. It heals everything, and it makes everything perfect around you and in the environment that you're in. So stay with the love. That's the key of today's program. But before we actually end today's program, I'd like to actually move us into a few more mantras from the third chapter of the book. The third chapter of the book is called Alchemical Transmutation. This chapter is about developing momentum. And it's really important. We've got the idea of our divine identity down now. And we've begun to look at what it means to look at the dual human ego in a conscious way, in a sort of an organized way, with the Enlightenment with Squares process. And now the chapter of the book, this Alchemical Transmutation and Momentum chapter, it brings more depth to that. It keeps going over the concepts of divine identity and the dual human ego and placing them juxtaposition so that you develop a momentum on learning how to deal with both of them at the same time. So let's go ahead and go to the first mantra in this book. It's called Ruby Ray Power and Violet Compassionate Transmutation. I like to liken this third chapter of the book to the violet light, because it's a combination of will and love, to the blue and the pink. So come on, let's go ahead and give this mantra here and see what it does for us, see how it makes our bodies feel. I think you'll feel like it's even more of a release, Robbie, than what we experienced at the end of the last chapter. Mm-hmm. Once we get into this chapter, you start to feel like this infinite joy permeating through you.
Sweet.
Yeah, and so let's go ahead and give these mantras, a few of these mantras. We won't give all of them, just one or two. Let's go ahead. Come on. Ruby Ray Power and Violet Compassionate Transmutation. Come on. Adorable I am Samadhi that I am, that supreme ruler of Ruby Ray Power and unconditional love of the violet flame, that dispassionately dissolves, transmutes, and reconciles all phases of the wheel of karma in pure enjoyment. And now we're going to name all these names again.
Okay.
In resonant formation with the Ascended Paramhansa Yogananda, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Hans Baba,
Sir Laugh-A-Lot,
Saint Germain and Portia, Elohim, Arcturus and Victoria,
Archangel Zadkiel,
Zadkiel, Holy Amethyst, Om Ritas, ruler of the violet planet, the great cosmic light and mighty lords of the flame from Venus, the hierarchs of the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and Akasha, Virgo and Pelor, Aries and Thor, Prince Aramis and Diana, Neptune and Lara, and Zeus and Tara. I fly towards the secret sky of Ruby Ray Power and Violet Compassionate Transmutation, and cause 100 veils of illusion to fall each moment. As Portia, Saint Germain, Claire de Lys, Linello, El Moria, Kuthumi, and the Mahachohan, I say, thus far and no further. I release the transfiguring action of the Ruby Ray Power and the measureless mercy of the violet flame into the cause, effect, record, and memory of that tempting and tormenting ego, including the fears and the desires of suspicion and trust. It is transmuted and consumed on the instant in love, and even more love. I will it done by the power of love and more love. I open the charge, the golden pink radiance of divine love and its most powerful dynamic activity into the world and all mankind, and into the world of my mind, feelings, and body, my home and all my spiritual, sexual, social, recreational, romantic, personal, family, domicile, dietary, health, medical, career, financial, business, political, and legal affairs.
All compassionate
I am Samadhi, that I am. I am the eternal, complete, and unconditional forgiveness and command of all dual human ego created down the corridors of past, present, and future. All transmuting I am Samadhi that I am. I open through me now that violet consuming flame of divine love and compassion. I identify and surrender my human self-concern and all patterns and habits of duality, appetites for illusion, fears and desires of suspicion and trust. I dissolve and transmute them all, cause, effect, record, and memory, past, present, and future. I replace them all with the fullness of myself, including love. That state of perfect Samadhi, held with full dominion, here, now, and forever.
As the
all-seeing I am of Samadhi, my very own neutral witness and silent watcher of all mankind, Elohim Cyclopea, the great karmic board and Saint Germain,
I search the entire karmic record of all my past lives and its presentation in this life now.
I identify, transmute, and transform all latent and or active returning mental, emotional, physical, and astrological debts and patterns, deprived or frozen children, such as... Let me just stop this for a second. There's a technique that we like to go into occasionally when we're doing this. We won't do it today. We'll do this the next few days, though. The frozen child technique is a one where you actually speak to yourself and you ask your neutral witness to say, where is it? What happened to me that froze me down? What traumatized me at some point? Where were we traumatized? Oh, it was when the teacher brought my cut oranges out in front of everyone and showed everyone that my mom was still cutting oranges for me, even when I was 6 years old. God, that made me embarrassed. You know, it made me shut down. Something like that. There's a little frozen click that has been embedded in your consciousness. And when you can identify that and speak to the child right there, speak to the child and ask the child what you can do for it, and maybe how you can help it. And it's going to assure the child that it's going to be all right, that it can grow even beyond that frozen child pattern. That's what that pattern is. We'll be doing that later in the week,
okay.
You know, more personally in a workshop. But what we can do is we can state the duality that we're working with, which is suspicion and trust. Okay. And then going on here, we'll say, seemingly affecting or influencing any person, place, condition, process, or thing that I've wronged at any time, including name your enemies. Go ahead, name them. This is the information on this frozen child process. It's quite a process, and if you read through this in the Samadhi game text, it gives you very complete directions on how to do this process and how to accentuate and accelerate the process of your enlightenment. It's a very quickening process for getting through the karmas that are holding you back. This is continued Ruby Ray power and violet compassionate transmutation. Come on. I am the full understanding and complete self-mastery over the causes and cores of these so-named conditions of seeming limitation, as well as all seeming yet to be named. By the law of forgiveness and grace that I am, I see clearly into the shells of the dual human ego consciousness and its resulting situations. I am Ruby Ray power and violet compassionate transmutation, blazing through the cause, effect, record, and memory of these snakeskins. Here and now, reconciling limitations born from fear and desire, and ascending to the perfection of my unique I Am presence, Samadhi, and sexual essence. As the omniscient yoga of oneness that I am, I reach into the storehouse of my causal body with my great and loving arms of light, drawing forth 10 times more substance of life than was misqualified. Of that life substance I fashion a unique healing form of the sacred fire, a perfectly suited antidote for each shadowy shape, process, and condition. I send it forth this instant to balance tenfold every debt to every part of life. I give thanks and I accept it done this hour in full power. As the omnipotent purpose that I am, I dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile all karmic momentums of my past, present, and future, all distorted shapes of duality, doubts, fears, desires, and seeming forces of opposition within my own world and cross-currents of the human ego throughout the earth. I now cast all shadowy shapes created in the dual human ego, cause, effect, record, and memory, into the boiling sea and consuming fire of forgiveness, reconciling, replacing, and derepolarizing, healing and making art of the frequencies of the dual human ego with the eternal, perfect, and ascended shape and feeling tone of the healthy, playful, and creative I Am Samadhi. I flash Ruby Ray power and violet lightning of divine love through all my spiritual, sexual, social, recreational, romantic, personal, family, domicile, dietary, health, medical, career, financial, business, political, and legal affairs. As the omnipresent void of eternity that I am, I capture the brains, bodies, and consciousness of every individual associated with these affairs, including, and here name those ones that you're involved with. Producing that purity, purpose, perfection, protection, and pointed direction, I illumine them all by the light of that truth, Dharma, and authenticity, and keep that light forever, self-sustained in the eternal glory and victory of that love, by the power, the activity, and the authority, the omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence that I am. I speak to my untransmuted karma, and to every discordant or limiting condition, judgment, deprived, or frozen child that would seek to repolarize and imbalance my dual human ego, including the fears and the desires of suspicion and trust. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the ruby ray and the radiant light of love. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the ruby ray and the radiant violet light of love. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the ruby ray and the radiant violet light of love. I see you in process and perfect now. My world is filled to overflowing with the balance, perfection, and presence of I am Samadhi. I strip from you, O thou noble appearance of duality, all power to limit, harm, or disturb me, to judge, confuse, or intimidate me.
As I empower you as the artistic and healing frequencies of existence that do reconcile all opposites of duality, past, present, and future,
I walk henceforth as the quenchless fire of the shining void. And I know nothing, I do not know, and hence I am free. I am now and forever free. Let's sit for a few moments. We've been doing quite a lot of work. We've been doing really deep, powerful, transmuting work. So now let's go ahead and let's go ahead and let all of this transmutation burn in our hearts, and let's find our breath, doing the saga breath. We'll start by breathing in and down the front side of the body and turning the corner at the perineum with a slight little clinch of the perineum, and letting that breath rise up to the crown at the top of the head, placing the tongue at the roof of the mouth and breathing in, and again up to the top of the head. Breathing and softening the front side of the body, the face, the throat, the stomach. And breathing out, feeling the thrill of that breath shining up through the spine to the top of the head. Just as we establish patterns and thought and word with the Samadhi game mantras, we can establish the flow of breath as a pattern down the front side of the body and up the back side of the body as we breathe. Becoming very conscious of this deep, conscious breath. Now just letting the breath go and resting in silence. And so, we've come to the end of another Samadhi game, like a bead on a rosary. It's so awesome to sit here and to be meditating with you and to spinning the prayer wheels with you all. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be back again tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Another 4 days of spinning these prayer wheels. And hope you can join us and be a part of this. This is an awesome movement of light. And if you haven't already done so, you can download your free copies of Samadhi at samadhi.com. If you feel so inclined, samadhi.com does need your support. And we do have a support and contribution that you can contribute to Samadhi. We'd love to have that as possible. And just please continue to join us broadcast, these free broadcasts, given from our hearts of love. If you're in town Saturday night, we're going to have a great pot fortune dinner, followed by a meditation, followed by a dance. We're going to go past midnight. We're going to dance way into the wee hours of the morning. And then we're going to turn around and have another early morning Samadhi game meditation on Sunday morning. So it's going to be kind of like continuous light from Saturday evening all the way through, and then a little bit of light sleep Saturday night, and then more mantra and meditation on Sunday morning. So we're really emphasizing the momentum on Saturday night and Sunday morning. Sunday morning is, by the way, my mom's birthday. Would have been my mom's birthday if she was still with us, and so I'm going to be honoring my mom that day too. So and dancing for my mom. My mom was a joyous person. I love it here, she would shout. So Saturday night into Sunday morning, we're going to be shouting, I love it here, right here. This room is going to be filled with people dancing, lifting their arms, their hands. Lift your hands up! Lift your hands up! And we'll dance it out. So please join us Saturday night. We're going to have lots of fun. If you happen to be in town or want to come to town, just come to town and dance with us. Come on in.
I did.
Are you having fun?
It's a blast. I ain't leaving.
What do you? Good. That's good to hear. What do you think of Albuquerque?
I love it. Everywhere I go, people go, "Hey, hi."
They call it
hi.
They call it the friendly city.
I said, it's Happyville. I'm really not leaving, because when I say hi to people, they look at me. American. That must be American. Well, here, I'm joining in. I love it. Isn't it the land of enchantment?
It's the land of enchantment, but Albuquerque, they call Albuquerque the friendly city.
It certainly is.
Because
lives up to the
friendly.
name.
And what about the mountain?
I love the mountain. Yesterday, he sent me on this walk, and it was so beautiful. I saw wild turkeys. I saw deer. I was told there's bears there, so I kept my ear closed.
I've seen a lot of
some fossils.
A lot of your posts are hearts.
Yeah. I found so many hearts. They were everywhere. Even a red one. No, not red, pink. Something. I don't know, orange. But yeah, it was lovely. I enjoyed it.
How are the breakfasts?
Okay, we decide whether we want hot or eggs. Today we had beautiful oatmeal with almonds, raisins, blueberries,
strawberries,
cinnamon.
Yeah.
Great.
It was good.
Yeah.
So we're enjoying it. If you want to join us even before the Saturday night, we're having the Saturday every morning. We're having breakfast here at Sunny Mellow.
Yep. Just tell us to put a plate on.
Yeah. Just call us up and let us know you're on the way, and we'll get breakfast ready for you, and we'll have a great time with the meditation together, and then today we're going to take a hike.
Yes. What is it called? Hawk Peak?
We're going to Hawk Watch Trail on the South Sandia Peak. And we're going to see how far up we can get it. We're going to start at about 10:30 this morning, so about half an hour. We have a few people joining us here from the Samadhi Game, the local Samadhi Game tribe, who couldn't make it early because of other commitments.
We got our sweatpants on.
Yeah, we're going to get ready and get our backpacks together, packed up with water and trail food and stuff like that.
Squirrel food.
All right. So anyway, join us. I'm going to leave you. We're going to sign off. We're going to leave you with music, so you can listen to the music as we get our things ready, and you can see people going in and out of the camera. Okay, lots of love.
Answer those.
Okay, yeah.